In 2004, Tom and Jackie Hawks, this couple, they've been living on their or their yacht for 2 years down in San Diego. They decide that they want to sell it because they were having a grandson in Prescott, Arizona.
Uh-huh.
So on the front of their boat, it says Prescott, Arizona, badass. Right. So they wanted to put up their boat. So instead of going through a broker, they wanted to do it themselves because they were saving money and whatnot. When they bought it in 2002, it was $300,000. And when they sold it, they got $435,000. Well, they were going to get $435,000 out of it. So this kid, they post it and this kid fucking responds to it. And they're like, what the fuck? Like a kid's responding. I don't know. But he said he was a childhood actor and he knew some of the roles that he was in. He was an extra actually on the Power Rangers. It turns out his best acting was like lying.
Yeah, I think I heard this story, but yeah, go ahead.
So they go out and they're like, oh, I don't know, man. But he brings his wife, his daughter, and his wife's pregnant. So them getting ready to have a grandchild, they're like, oh, this is comforting. Okay. And he said he was an actor, being from California, like that's not uncommon. And so they go to do a trial error, like take it out on the water,
right?
Like
test drive.
Yeah, pretty much like you do with a car,
right?
And so they go out and they have this party like the night before they go to take this test drive and shit, and they're with their buddies and they're telling them, oh, we're one last hurrah, we love this boat, but we want to go see our family and spend time in Arizona. And when they go to take this test drive the next morning, he shows up with a dude named Alonzo and a big old black dude named John F. Kennedy.
Right.
And so they're like, what the fuck? But they're like, okay, whatever. And he's telling them it's his accountant or whatever. And they take him out on this boat and, they're out there all day and their friends get a call and say, I don't know what's taking so long, but we're still out here on this trial run. And so next thing you know, like no one's heard from them and they can't figure it out. They're like, maybe they sold this boat. Like maybe they just went off somewhere to celebrate, but after a few days, like no one hearing from them, their family not hearing from them, their friend goes and checks out their boat that's docked and it's kind of in disarray. And these people kept it like immaculate,
right?
And it's kind of a little disarray. There's like a towel hanging out of one of the window ports and shit. Like what the fuck? So now they start getting suspicious. So this guy was, Tom was like a high school wrestler. He's a pretty fucking fit dude. He was a probation officer. His wife was a fit freak, and so it was kind of like had to be tough to overpower him. But I guess they went down into the cabin. Tom did, and that's where JFK and Skyler attacked him and fucking got him with like a taser and fucking tied him up. And then Alonzo upstairs like took her down, and then they fucking tied him up, and they took him upstairs and made him sign power of attorney over to him.
Oh shit.
So now they had all their assets too.
Right.
And she like left the S off of her name. She just put Jackie Hawk. So that's how they kind of started,
catching on. Okay.
So they couldn't find them. And so they posted them like all over. And some dude in Mexico fucking hit him up and was like, I think I seen this fucking this SUV that you guys were looking for. Because I couldn't find their SUV either. And it's down in Mexico. So they go down there. And it was one of Skyler's old surfing buddies.
Oh shit!
Yes, and he's like, yeah, Skyler and Jackie, or Skyler and his wife Jennifer, I think it was. They came over here and they gave me this vehicle, blah 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 blah. And like, so they couldn't. So then they're like, oh, they must be fucking, dead. Well, they finally figure out that all this happened, right? And they find out like that they tied him up, and then after they got done fucking making them sign these power of attorneys, they tied him to the anchor. Then they threw the anchor off the side of the boat and watched them slide across the deck, hit the fucking side of the rail of the boat and just go over into the water and plunge to their death. And like,
holy shit, they were still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, they were still alive.
I didn't hear about this one. It's different.
And
holy shit.
And so like his wife comes to find out she just was stressed out about money and they were going to rob the boat and sell it and have more money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he was a failing actor. He only had like a couple parts and they were shit. And like an extra couple times on Power Ranger, he was nothing. You know what I mean? So he gets locked up. And while he's awaiting trial, the motherfucker tries to cut off his fucking penis.
Oh, yeah.
Because he actually wanted to be a girl. And
Trans before it was cool.
That's what he was trying to fund his
So he was doing that to fund his transition? Are you kidding me?
And it turned out
so it's
they gave him death, right? And he's sitting on death row, and he got his transition, and he wants to be called a she now.
Oh, really? So this is just recently?
Yeah, in California, he got it.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he did all of this. He killed those people so he could afford the
when he could have just been in prison and got it for free.
Got it for free. Wow.
What is that crazy?
But he's on death row, and they did it anyway.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah,